Hello, scavengers and scallywags. My name is TVSkyne, and welcome back to Mass Effect 3, where we are in the process of helping the Quarians reclaim their homeworld, or rather, in the process of trying to stop them from getting into a meaningless genocidal war with the Geth again. Which, you know, just an average day of being Commander Shepard of the Normandy, of saving the entire galaxy forever for everyone for all time. From Ashley Williams. Shepard, this may be a dumb idea, but I heard you were having some trouble sleeping. Don't freak out, word gets around. Anyway, I was thinking it would be nice for us to get together, just the two of us. Find a quiet spot on the Citadel, or try to at least. We could both probably use the downtime. The nav point's incoming if you'd like to join me. I guess we're doing that first. Sorry, Reaper Base, you have been sidelined for a more important mission, which is to go to the Citadel and have a girl's day out.
You're cleared to dock, Normandy. Do you need ground transport?
I think she's at the Presidium Commons.
It'll be there momentarily.
Let's see, Ashley...
This is a nice spot, Ash.
No, it's not.
Yeah. All the shuttles zipping around remind me of when my dad would get ready to ship out. My mom would bundle us all up, buy us ice cream, and cart us out to the shipyard to watch his transport depart. I still have to resist waving every time a big Alliance ship flies by.
You should bring Sarah up here.
I will, when she's ready. She'll like the quiet. She wasn't the loud tomboy crashing around like I was.
Sounds like you were a handful.
Maybe. My dad got me. Shame you never met him. He would have liked you.
You think so?
A badass military woman? Definitely. He would have tried to use his irresistible Williams charm on you. My mom would have laughed until he waved her away. Yeah, he would have invited you over, cooked you something on the grill, and talked your ear off.
This is not a nice spot.
You think so?
Just saying, like, every other shot of this little get-together, there's armed guards on the back, soldiers with their assault rifles out in the background.
You think so?
And in this vista, this beautiful vista that we're standing here staring at, there's still burning wreckage down below, spewing smoke into the sky. No, yeah, nice spot indeed, Ashley. It kind of, this to me, because of that, it kind of feels like maybe this was designed originally to be earlier in the game, before the Citadel got, you know, invaded. Which, I don't know, like, it's just a little bit off. Like, that this would be the nice sort of scenic tourist spot that she chose.
Ever think about what life would have been like outside the Alliance?
Oh, sure. Tried to rebel against the whole military family thing when I was growing up. When my dad and I got into it, I'd threaten to run away with the next guy that came along.
Really?
He'd laugh and say, "Good, I'll pack your damn bags myself." That tended to deflate me pretty quick. He knew I'd never stray far from the family. They're everything to me.
That's the other thing about Ashley, right? Like, Shepard asks her, hey, could you possibly imagine not being a soldier for, like, maybe just, like, not being in the military? And she's like, I mean, I flirted with the idea when I was young and stupid, but then I grew up and I realized that being in the military is the only good way for me to be. Like, once again, Mass Effect loves nothing like it loves cops and soldiers.
It's easy to forget what we fight for.
Yeah, moments like that.
This was a good idea.
Nice to get away from the war for a while. I do feel a little guilty, though.
Sure.
As smoke billows in the
Sometimes you have to
background.
step away or risk going crazy.
Too late.
No argument here.
You're a crappy commander.
You're a crappy commander.
Ma'am.
Copy that.
Just smoke billowing up in the background. It's like, ah, what a nice spot for a picnic. Just, lovely. Lovely times. Just love it with all the cops and the soldiers running around and all the combat damage and the shattered. Just ambiance, my friend. And it's sort of the thing about... Like, I've talked about this many times before, but I'll reiterate it.
Commander.
I like Ashley less than I like Caden. Like, I think Caden is fundamentally a much more likable person and a more likable character, but I find Ashley more interesting because she does represent a perspective with which I deeply, deeply disagree. Like, that whole, like, military life and, like, being a military family and being a soldier is good. Like, all of that is very foreign to me. Especially also as not being an American, I've never had people like Ashley in my life. Like, we don't really, I mean, we do have military families here, sort of, but not remotely in the same way that the Americans do, which is what Ashley is based on. Like, she's based specifically on the American military family brat, like, right? And, like, that particular relationship with the service and the way that it impacts a family to be so tied into this idea of military service to the nation, that's a very different perspective. It's one that I can't relate to, which is part of what makes her interesting. By contrast, Caden is like, oh yes, I'm biotic, which means I have he essentially he's biotic, and that sort of manifests in his story kind of as a chronic health condition and as a thing that, like, sort of makes him stand out and be bullied and be different from his peers and his classmates. And that's like, no, yeah, I can relate to that. So, like, what do you have to teach me? Like, what new thing do I get from having you at my party? And the answer is not much. And Caden is also just too likable. Like, he's just too nice. He's just too baseline a good, stand-up, friendly, nice guy. Whereas Ashley is, like, space racist. Like, she has some edges and some angles that are interesting to clash with. At least in fiction. Like, in real life, I would much rather hang out with Caden. I wouldn't want to hang out with Ashley. And I wouldn't be able to tolerate or stand her space, like, her bigotry in real life. But in fiction, well, you know, we can explore these uncomfortable things without engaging in any real-world harm.
The sinking laser needs a line of sight. What's the fastest route?
The upper entrance. Target the base before the Geth can organize resistance.
What about you?
We will deactivate defense systems and acquire an escape vehicle.
You can do that?
This unit still carries remnants of the old machine upgrade code. We can break any Geth security. You are concerned.
Very funny the way that they chose to animate Legion there. Like, that the moment they say, oh, we still carry some of the old machine code, like the head hanging low in shame kind of thing. And no, yeah, I'm a little concerned that you didn't tell us about that.
Hell yes, I'm concerned. You're still hooked up to the Reapers.
No, we simply carry code upgrades that make us more effective, more intelligent.
But you lied. I was understanding when you sprang those Geth primes on me, but you just keep lying. Damn it, Legion, what do I have to do to gain your trust?
We did not intend to cause offense.
How'd we get here? The Geth are better than this.
No, based on empirical evidence, they are not.
Yeah.
Proceed to the upper entrance. We will exit here and procure an escape vehicle.
Got it.
You can do the positive response there, but it leads to a conversation scene that's really kind of weird a little bit.
I can't believe it. I don't think it's really sunk in yet. The home world. My world. Look at the sky. And the rock formations. They used to write poems about them.
When we're done, maybe you'll write a new one.
This is Rannock, the world of our ancestors. Our bodies carried the seeds that spread the desert grass. You've heard me say Kilasalai. The best translation I can come up with is, by the homeworld I hope to see someday.
Looks like you're seeing it today.
The living room window will be right here.
Something I should know?
I just claimed the land. I know it doesn't mean much, but when this is over, I'll have a home.
Quarians spent centuries as nomads. You think you can go back to living in one place?
We have gotten used to carrying our homes around with us. That's a start.
I really like that scene. And it is genuinely kind of wild to me that, like, if you lose Tali in Mass Effect 2, you'll come here with Dao Zen instead. And you won't have these, like, emotional conversations about the meaning of home to like a nomadic people like Tali. You won't have those conversations, and I really, just thematically, I kind of struggle with the idea that you even can have the scenes on Rannock make sense without that. Okay, I could use an ammo drop. Anyone? Anyone want to drop a clip? Some ammunition? Some good bullets? Some shooty bang bangs? No? Not so much? Go fuck yourself? Okay. There's one.
Shepard Commander, you must climb to the upper level before Geth units can fortify their positions.
We're on our way.
Ah.
Admiral Gerald here. The heavy fleet has a clear path. All forward.
Geth fighter presence is negligible.
Ammo.
Patrol fleet, break cover and engage.
Thank you, Tali. Just gonna get rid of you before you break control. Jeez.
Shepard Commander, hostile Geth are closing a blast shield over the base.
Oh my god. It's almost like being in cover works or something.
Damn. It'd take hours to punch through that shield.
We don't have that kind of time.
We have located an override atop the Geth fortifications. It can retract the blast shield. Shepard Commander, do you need assistance?
We'll get through. What's your status?
The old machine's upgrades grant us targeting superiority. We are drawing hostile fire from your position.
Keep it up. We'll get to the blast shield controls.
I know Legion's on our side, but Reaper code?
No, Legion's on our side.
Never thought I'd hear you say that.
Admiral Gerald to all ships. We've got Geth frigates inbound on the civilian fleet. Connor's here. Civilian defenders are on intercept course. We'll help them, Gerald.
Yeah, okay. You're over there then. Hi. Okay, what am I looking for? Oh, that. That looks like what I'm looking for. No? Okay. I guess that's not what I'm... What am I looking for? I didn't soft lock or something, right? Is that an elevator that's supposed to come down? What are we doing here? Am I just missing something incredibly obvious? Okay. There it is. It just didn't load the thing.
Legion, I've hit the override.
We have gained system access and are bypassing security. Stand by.
Oh, survive. Okay.
We have bypassed security, but disabling the blast shield requires manual input. We have enabled a console near your position.
Any more ammo I can pick up? No? Okay.
Shepard Commander, you have successfully opened the blast shield doors.
Good. We'll be back out in a minute.
Negative. The path behind you has been sealed. A nearby elevator can take you to the upper level. From there, you should have an acceptable line of sight for targeting.
Oh, okay. Hi. Please be on my side for a second, would you? Thank you.
We have sent you the nav point with a new targeting location.
Okay, then. That was a Geth Prime all of a sudden.
Ran to all ships.
Probably should have seen that
The
coming.
patrol fleet has broken the Geth flag. Permission to pursue.
Granted. Good hunting.
Oh, God. Oh, God, there's 3 of them. Oh, no. I'm in trouble. Yeah. Holy shit. Okay. Alright, so there's 3 Geth Primes, like, right up there.
Get Prime! I guess they really don't.
Okay, that does help. I completely missed that they gave me a heavy weapon.
Want us up here.
Are there more of those lying around by any chance? Yes, there is. Okay, so that's how you're supposed to do it. I didn't even register that there was like a heavy weapon. I just thought I picked up like a codex thing.
Shepard Commander, we detect no more Geth in your immediate area.
Oh my God.
Reinforcements are minutes away.
You getting anything from the base?
That makes it more doable.
Machines have not registered us as a threat. We recommend haste. The Creator fleet will be overrun unless you sever the Geth connection to the old machine soon.
This battle was centuries in the making. To see it finally end.
We'll get it done.
Normandy's weapon systems are ready to sync to your target. I recommend you withdraw to a safe distance. Target locked.
That was kind of... Edie did warn you, Shepard. That was not a safe distance.
Reaper!
We have located transportation.
Copy that. Everybody get to the ship. Move!
I guess the beacon was the whole-ass Reaper.
We will attempt evasive maneuvers.
Anyway, turret section.
What did we hit?
The firing chamber! Looks like a weak point when it's priming!
Turret. The jamming towers have us targeting manually. We can't make a precision shot.
We may escape before it recovers.
No! Pull over!
Shepard, Commander.
If we run away, the Geth stay under Reaper control and the Quarians are dead. This ends now. Edie, patch the Quarians to the Normandy's weapon system. I want the targeting laser synced up to the whole damn fleet.
Understood.
Do you need assistance?
Just stay down, Legion. I'll take it from here.
Shepard, Commander. Good luck.
Acknowledged. Shepard to fleet. I'll pave the weak spot, link up with the Normandy, and be ready to fire.
So here comes a boss fight. A unique one.
The destroyer is in range. Missiles are ready for launch.
Shepard, we need a target. Find us a target or we'll lose the fleet.
No health bar. You just kind of have to not get fried by the laser. Yeah. Which can be a little dicey. It's more of a gimmick fight than a real fight in that sense. Fuck. Because it does that thing of like the laser slowly approaches you, and then eventually it locks in, and then it goes, and you kind of have to dodge after it locks in, which is a little finicky, as you can see. Like that. Like that. Just trying to concentrate on this. Yeah. You can't dodge the last shot. I believe it's supposed to target, like, fully on its own, like, before it has time to fire, but I guess not. if you would please.
You know who I am?
Harbinger speaks of you. You resist, but you will fail. The cycle must continue.
By the way, the symbology here is like the Reaper is the thing that is causing the conflict, right? Like the source of the conflict really is constructed as the Reaper itself. Like it's representative of that ancient sectarian and racialist hatred between the Quarians and the Geth. And it is the thing that is stoking the fires of that conflict by giving the Geth like all this technology, and the war with the Reapers is sort of conceptualized as the thing that pushes the Quarians to finally actually attack their homeworld. Like, it's a little muddled, but it is a nice moment that it's like the Quarian fleet that destroys like the source, the beacon of the conflict.
I killed Sovereign, and now you. We are more, and we will work together to defeat you. All of you.
You cannot comprehend the magnitude of our presence.
We might surprise you.
You represent chaos. We represent order. Every organic civilization must be harvested in order to bring order to the chaos. It is inevitable. Without our intervention, organics are doomed. We are your salvation.
I have a better idea. We destroy you and live our lives in peace.
A philosophy reminiscent of the Quarians. Observe the results.
You, whatever species you came from before the Reapers decided to preserve them. They're dead. They died thousands of years ago. And now they can rest in peace.
We did it. We killed a Reaper. Gila.
We can confirm that the Geth are no longer being directed by the old machines. We are free.
You did it, Shepard. The Geth fleet has stopped firing. They're completely vulnerable.
Shepard Commander, the Geth only acted in defense after the creators attacked. Do we deserve death?
What are you suggesting?
Our upgrades. With the old machine dead, we could upload them to all Geth without sacrificing their independence.
You want to upload the Reaper code? That would make the Geth as smart as when the Reaper was controlling them.
Yes, but with free will, each Geth unit would be a true intelligence. We would be alive, and we could help you.
Our fleet is already attacking. Uploading the code would destroy us. Shepard, you can't choose the Geth over my people.
Do you remember the question that caused the creators to attack us, Talizora? Does this unit have a soul?
Upload the code to the Geth. Tally, call off the fleet if you can.
Uploading. 10%.
This is Admiral Talizora. All units, break off your attack.
Belay that order. Continue the attack.
20%.
I beg you, do not do this. Please.
We regret the deaths of the creators. but we see no alternative. 40%.
No. Nobody else dies today. Legion, keep going.
Shepard?
All ships, this is Commander Shepard. The Reaper is dead. Stand down.
This is Admiral Talizora. Shepard speaks with my authority.
And mine as well. Negative. We can win this war now. Keep firing.
60%.
The Geth are about to return to full strength. If you keep attacking, they'll wipe you out. Your entire history is you trying to kill the Geth. You forced them to rebel. You forced them to ally with the Reapers.
80%.
The Geth don't want to fight you. If you can believe that for just 1 minute, this war will be over. You have a choice. Please. Kila Salai.
All units, hold fire.
Error. Copying code is insufficient. Direct personality dissemination required. Shepard Commander, I must go to them. I'm sorry. It's the only way.
Legion, the answer to your question was yes.
I know, Tali. But thank you. Kila Salai.
Commander!
Admiral Ron, I heard your ship made a crash landing. Glad you got out in one piece.
I was listening over the radio. If Hangara hadn't stopped...
He did.
We have taken heavy losses. I don't know if we can. Where are we supposed to go?
You are welcome to return to Rannock, Admiral, with us.
Legion?
No, I'm sorry, Commander. Legion sacrificed itself to give us all intelligence. It will be honored.
Good.
And we will honor Legion's promise. The Geth fleet will help you retake Earth, and our engineers will assist in building the Crucible.
As will ours, of course.
Admiral, had you considered possible settlement sites?
The southern continent had excellent farmland, as I recall.
Are you gonna be okay?
I believe so, Commander. Thank you.
Shopping for another house?
Beachfront property.
Claim it fast. It's a buyer's market. You okay? I know working with the Geth will be difficult.
I'm not staying. I'm coming with you.
I wasn't gonna ask.
I think you've earned a few favors with the fleet.
I'm asking them to launch an assault on the Reapers. Figure that makes us even.
If the Reapers were going to stay on Earth, sure. But sooner or later, they'll come to Rannock.
We did just kill one of them.
So I'm coming with you to stop them. If you think I can help.
You sure about this?
Yeah. I look at all this picture of hope and peace. And all I see is everyone I've lost. My team on Haestrom, my father, even Legion. I'm mourning a Geth. How crazy is that?
It's not crazy at all.
It is beautiful, though, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
It'll be years before we can live without our suits completely. But right now... Right now, I have this
Commander Shepard, I understand you've helped resolve the situation with the Geth.
Yes, Counselor. 2, in fact.
I've read the reports. You ended a war 3 centuries in the making.
Had a lot of help.
We have isolated pockets of remaining Geth. As best we can tell, they are Geth bodies loaded with Reaper code. But they are just a tiny fragment of the full Geth fleet. You've done the impossible, Commander. And I may be able to provide help of my own. I've received information from my government. It's too sensitive to discuss over an unsecured channel.
What if I come to the Citadel?
Yes, that would be best, Commander. I'll be waiting for you in Counselor Udina's office.
Commander, Admiral Hackett's available on VidCom.
I would imagine. So, one of the things I don't like so much about the way that Legion's storyline ends and sort of the Geth-Quarian conflict is resolved is that ultimately the thing that Legion does in order to make the Geth what they are is that he turns them into individualist intelligences, right? Like each Geth now has full intelligence on an equal level to organic life, and therefore now the Quarians and the Geth can all live together and blah blah blah, etc. And that to me is like, that's it's a little disappointing, because the interesting thing about the Geth is that they sort of forced you to reckon with a different kind of intelligence, right? Like the Geth forced you to go, hang on, what if you have an intelligence that isn't individualist, that isn't human, that isn't like one person in and of themselves, but one person is made up of many? Like that many different perspectives, that many different kinds of consciousness make up the totality of what this people are. That they aren't a bunch of individuals all coming together to make a culture, but that they are a culture all together. Like that collectively they all represent an actual culture, where individually each of them represent little more than a bunch of numbers, right? Like that they are essentially like the cells in a human body making up a whole person. And that alone makes them worthy of existence, like on the same level as organic life, in the fact that, yeah, you take away one individual piece of the Geth, like one individual Geth program, that doesn't really matter. You destroy that one, no harm, no foul done to the collective gestalt of the whole, in a way which isn't true for humans. Like if you kill one human, that's a pretty big deal. If you kill one Geth, well, that's just a tiny bit of numbers, and the Geth collective itself is not necessarily harmed by that in the same way. Like that there is this very different way of being, and it would have been more interesting if the game had found a way to narratively reconcile the Quarians with the Geth in that way. Because the Quarians like represent an interesting thematic opposite, in that the Quarians are so like they exist locked inside of these suits that prevent them from ever interacting with the outside world. Like they are at once a collectivist society, like various, like they love debating, they love talking, they're very social, but then on the other hand they're also very isolated from one another. Like they're literally physically isolated from one another by their suits. Like it's this whole difficult process that they have to go through in order to link up their suits and share a physical space with one another. And that's like the polar opposite of the Geth. And if the game had found some way to reconcile those two, instead of just saying, well, let's just turn the Geth into people, in like each individual Geth now is a person, and so now they're like us, and that means no more conflict. That to me is always a little bit disappointing, that they sort of ended up going with, like, they couldn't think of a better way except than to say, hey, actually, the Geth are just, like, normal people. Each unit has a soul. Like, to me, that's a little weak sauce. That's a little disappointing. And it's also a little, like, that thing of, like, oh, Legion, the individual, had to sacrifice itself in order to, like, Jesus, like, had to sacrifice itself in order to pass on its divine soul and its divine nature and its divine innocence to the rest of its people. It's a very sort of, it turns him into a Christ figure in a way that's like, I think there's a more interesting way you could have dealt with that. I think there's more interesting things you could have done with that. And it's like, yeah, there was a much more interesting version of this where it's a thing of like where organic life has to come to reckon with and recognize like the value and worth of synthetic life in a way that they kind of don't really have to hear, because what the Geth became as synthetic life isn't really a challenge to our conception of life. It's just a reaffirmation of it.
Commander, something on your mind?
What's our state of readiness, Admiral?
Given the situation everywhere else, as close as we can be, you've done well, Shepard.
What about the extra help we picked up along the way?
Bringing in both the Quarians and the Geth has helped us immeasurably. The Quarian fleet is providing evac and fire support, while the Geth attack Reaper supply lines.
What's the Reaper situation?
It's not trending well, even if you did buy Rannock some time. Our threat projections show the Reapers will gain the advantage on most other fronts. And now the Asari are a prime target. They're the most advanced race in the galaxy. We'll soon find out if that means anything.
Nothing more, sir.
Hack it out.
I did get the Master and Commander thing now, which means I believe... Yes! Okay, we are kind of there now. I think we are at this point high up enough, like 600 to 700. I think that's enough for us to do the things I want us to do by the end of the game. I hope. With a little bit of luck. With a little bit of luck.
Without a giant thresher maw helping.
Damn right. We just showed the galaxy we can beat them.
Commander, you've got a new message at your private terminal.
I would imagine. Let's see, Talizora. Shepard, I just wanted you to know, to let you know that I'm going to join Adams in engineering. It seems like the best place for me to help, as long as I'm coming with you anyway. Please drop by when you have a minute. Oh, I will. Let's see, Shalaran Rannock. Commander, with assistance from the Geth, our fleet is nearly back to full strength. We have focused most of our efforts on providing evacuation assistance and support for the Turian fleet, while the Geth harass the Reapers. Even with our newfound peace, it seemed foolish to risk an incident by putting our forces in closer proximity. I understand from Admiral Zen that the Crucible project continues well, though Zen herself seems dissatisfied with the technological capabilities of the device. Although eccentric, she's also brilliant. Hopefully she'll find some way to improve its functionality. I would never have believed you would talk Han down, Commander. Take care of Talizora for me. Keela Selai. From Diana Ellis. It might be hard to believe after we just went through, but the rest of the galaxy is barely aware the Quarians ever went to war with, went into the Veil, let alone started a war with the Geth. We're sitting on a major piece of history here. I have material from all the players except you. Can I get into your cabin for an hour and get your thoughts on a vid? Sure, I'll do a video with you.
I hear you were on the ground with the Reaper. He fired up at us a few times. Joker pulled the Normandy through some insane maneuvers to stay out of the line of fire.
It's hard being in a fight like that, especially when you're not the one flying the ship. Joker's one of the best, though.
At first I was nauseous, swinging around in my safety harness. But then I was furious. Just... enraged. I wanted that thing dead.
You didn't want the Reapers dead when they attacked Earth?
I wanted them defeated. I wanted Earth saved. But I never wanted to physically tear them in half and watch them blow up.
Congratulations, trainer. I believe you've discovered your fight-or-flight instinct.
Perhaps I should have stayed with chess. Although now I think I'm spoiled by the lack of explosions.
Commander?
Honestly, chess would be better with a few explosions.
You know, the Quarians have done pretty well with those suits. Maybe they can make something like that for you.
Yeah, they have. Protective medical exoskeleton. I could even get one with racing stripes.
So what's the problem?
It's like walking around in heavy armor. It totally screws with my spatial awareness.
I wear heavy armor, and my spatial awareness is perfect.
You crashed the last shuttle you flew, Vega. I need to feel my balance shift when I'm flying. I need to feel the ship moving with me. You take that away, and I don't know, I mean, I'm good, but I'm not me.
Yeah, I get that.
Plus, have you seen Tally? Come on, I don't have the hips to carry a suit like that.
Joker.
It's on your mind, Edie.
I was just reflecting. The Quarians' historical era was not making the Geth enough like them.
I'm not sure I understand.
Units with networked intelligences will trend toward cooperation for mutual benefit. But units with central heuristics establishing an individual personality, such as myself, develop preferences. These preferences form attachments that keep my calculations from devaluing the worth of the lives aboard the Normandy.
You're saying the Geth turned on the Quarians because they aren't individuals?
That is my theory, but it is limited to a sample size of one society. The only other notable synthetic society is the Reapers, and we do not know if they govern by consensus as the Geth do.
Do me a favor, don't ask them.
Hello, Shepard.
Gotta hand it to you, Commander. That's the first time I've seen someone end a war by yelling.
After seeing what the Geth Rebellion really looked like, I figured they deserved a chance.
Thank you, Commander. I doubt many organics would have trusted a synthetic race.
And now we've got 2 fleets for the price of 1. We didn't lose anybody.
Except Legion, before it sacrificed itself. Legion referred to itself as I instead of we.
Yeah? So?
The singular pronoun indicates Legion's independent personality had fully actualized. In its last moments, it was not an avatar of the Geth consensus. It was a person.
That's what I figured.
Well, when the Geth fleet helps us retake Earth, I guess we'll owe that to him.
See? Like, it's again this thing of, like, being an individual, being a singular person, rather than, like, a synthetic intelligence the way that Legion was originally, is sort of constructed as superior, as more meaningful, as more significant, as in a way morally better than being, like, the avatar of a consensus mechanism. Which is that little weird disrespect that I find kind of off-putting.
Impressed you got those 2 groups together. We'll see how long the peace lasts. Commander?
Another Reaper gone, and peace between the Geth and Quarians. It's amazing.
And now my people have a world to fight for. Something they know will last forever.
So long as you and the Geth remain good neighbors.
They're not our servants anymore. I'm not sure what we should call them. Allies?
Friends?
There's still too many wounds on either side. But maybe one day.
Next time you want to warn me that the Geth are our friends and maybe and that maybe we're not supposed to shoot the big robots? I almost pissed myself when those primes started dropping out of the sky and mopping up the Reapers. We fired a few rounds at them until we realized they weren't firing back. Then this one comes over and set their allied assistance and asked for our status. I'm not complaining, they saved my crew, but I'm never living down having to apologize to a Geth for shooting one of its damn lights off.
The migrant fleet and the Geth warships have joined Admiral Hackett. Perhaps we can talk later.
Peace between the Geth and Quarians.
Who would have thought?
Not how I ever imagined that would turn out. And next you'll be telling me the Krogan and Turians are cooperating. Oh, right. You managed that one too. You're a peacemaker, Shepard. A rare thing these days. Now, if you can pacify the Reapers, we'll make you a saint. Not sure if having an army of Geth behind us gives me confidence or makes me feel like there's a target on my back. Later.
Breaking now. A nightmare on Earth. Human leaders using military force on their own people. They say it's to prevent loose cannons from provoking the Reapers. But are they indoctrinated?
Yes.
The Resistance speaks out in the only place they can. The battle space. Commander, I'm doing a segment on the Geth-Quarian War. It should take maybe an hour. Can we talk in your cabin?
Sure we can, Jessica Chobut.
Kenneth, you comment on every woman's figure but mine.
Well,
What? You don't like my legs?
Gabby, it's you. You know?
No chicken shit, I don't know. All you do is make stupid sexist comments to avoid saying anything real.
Gabby, now's not the time. We've got work to do. Responsibilities.
Grow a pair, Ken. Look around you. Tomorrow may not come. Something to say or no?
Gabby, please. We have a duty to the ship and the crew.
What about us? Just listen to yourself. Kenneth, you comment on every woman.
We're not fighting this war for ourselves, Donnelly. We're fighting for the people close to us. Time is short.
I see your point, Commander. Gabby, I think your legs are spectacular.
Well, that's a start.
Can't be. No. I guess that's right.
Hey, Tally. How's it going?
Oh, sorry. I didn't hear you. I just got communication from the fleet. Sorry. From Rannock. In the old days, I'd send any new technology I found back to the fleet. I should probably be doing that with the agriculture samples now. I don't know anything about raising crops.
How are your people doing?
It's crazy. The Geth are helping, setting up housing, adapting power systems. They are doing in weeks what would have taken us years. Geth are even uploading into the suits of Quarian volunteers. They're rewriting environmental functions, jump-starting our immune systems.
That doesn't seem possible.
The Geth are software, not hardware. They can transfer themselves from a normal body into anything with enough processing power. They're mimicking infections, so the host can adapt without getting sick. It's like making a vaccine.
So the Quarians won't have to wear those suits anymore.
It doesn't seem possible, but yes, in a few years, with Geth improvements, we won't need them. We might still wear them. The suits have become part of our society. But a rupture won't be a death sentence. Today, on Rannock, there are Quarian children who will grow up healthy and strong, thanks to the Geth.
They owe that to you.
No. I'd have killed the Geth with no regrets. And I'd have been wrong. Thank you.
And this is the important... Like, we'll get back to this. I promise you we'll get back to this. This is the important part of the Geth Quarian storyline, is that when this synthetic civilization and this organic civilization come together as one in like mutual cooperation, the benefits are amazing, like fantastic. It's wonderful, right? Like, and that's a really important point to bear in mind, that we have united a organic and like the Geth and the Quarians are sort of the, in the Mass Effect lore, the archetypal example in this cycle of the galaxy of why having AI is bad, right? Like the Geth-Quarian War led to the complete ban on all forms of AI technology forever in the galaxy up until that point, because it was just considered like, no, it's too dangerous, it's inevitable, like machines will go rogue, we cannot coexist. We have just proven that wrong. We've proven that machines and organics can coexist, and we've proven that it can be fruitful and mutually beneficial, that there can be a positive symbiosis between the two things. Keep that in mind for well later in the series. Well, not that many episodes from now, probably, but yeah.
I can't believe my people are working with the Geth. The Geth are helping us rebuild. I never thought I'd see it. Our scientists and the Geth have done amazing work on the Crucible together. Hey, Shepard.
The only conflict you should concern yourself, you are proving that humans are capable soldiers. Diplomacy, but I question this peace you have brokered. No such thing is possible between machines.
Okay,
I would have destroyed the synthetics without hesitation. And these Quarians, let's just hope they are reliable allies. It is difficult to trust a species that hides behind masks.
Okay, J. Jonah Jameson.
If you require a mate, please look elsewhere. Do not care what others think. Do what you must.
Don't know what was up with his audio there.
I'm liking the new you, Esteban. It's about time you loosened up a little.
Not sure how drinking mezcal late into the night makes me a better crewman.
How does it not? Gives you heart. You need heart to fight this kind of war.
A heartburn, maybe. Seriously, could we at least get some decent tequila?
Hey, you're the procurement specialist. Set us up.
Ma'am?
I can't believe you got the Geth and Quarians to play nice. You should get a medal for that alone. It looks like we just need to get the Asari on board, and we can finally focus on the Reapers. But I don't suppose 300 years it took to take back the Quarian homeworld. I sure as hell hope it doesn't take that long for us. I'm ready to see Earth again, Shepard.
Me too, James. Me too. But there's a little ways to go still.
Trainer, can you send up Diana Allers? She wants to talk to me.
She's on her way, Commander.
I'm sure you've got a million questions.
I narrowed it down to 40. Let's see how you do with the top 10. Commander, the last time most of us heard about Geth, they were attacking the Citadel alongside Sovereign.
Yes, and you should know that was a minority of the Geth.
Most of them are not hostile to organics.
Is that how you explain that they're allies, and no longer dangerous robots who stick humans on spikes?
What you have to realize is that despite their reputation, most Geth are not inherently violent. The Quarians attacked them. The Geth fought back in self-defense just like any organic would. Now that we've freed the Geth from Reaper control, they'll want payback for their enslavement.
But you're going to take an army of synthetics to fight Reapers with untold hacking abilities. What's keeping the Reapers from reprogramming the Geth like they have before?
The Geth are extremely intelligent, and they've put incredible thought into solving this problem. They're not going to turn again. I'd bet my life on it.
Now here's a question from a Batarian on Omega. Commander Shepard, if the mass relays can be destroyed...
Good question. What if the mass relays could be destroyed?
So did I miss anything? Do you have any questions?
You gonna go file your story now?
Well, if you don't mind.
Go tell the galaxy what we've done. I could use some good news.
Aye, aye, Commander.
Yeah, that's a good question, Batarian from Omega. What if the Mass Effect relays could be destroyed? What if? What if that? Wouldn't that be interesting? That sure would be something, wouldn't it? I wonder if that's ever going to come up. Anyway, if you want to find out if that ever comes up, like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. If you become a member of the channel, you get early access to episodes before they go live for everybody else. And, yeah. I stream live on Twitch, not Mass Effect usually, but we do a bunch of Final Fantasy XIV over there, and I'll probably also do other games there eventually, I think? Yeah. And you can come join me over there if you are so inclined. Outside of that, Patreon, merchandise store, chip jar, blah, blah, blah. Thank you very much for watching. Remember to be kind to one another. Have solidarity with those who are worse off than yourself. And may the tides of history wash gently over us all.